Hi FlossTube, welcome to my channel. My name is Robin and this is my channel, Lady Robins. For those of you that are returning friends and subscribers, thank you for coming back and seeing what I'm up to. And for those that are new, welcome. I'm really happy that you're here and you're tuning into my channel to see what I'm up to. Cross stitch. Yep, it's my favorite hobby. So if you're here, great. I hope you want to hear about cross stitch because that's what I'm going to talk about. I have had a pretty good 2 weeks. I have made progress on my main focus piece, Cardinal points. I am that close to a finish, that close. Next time I film, it will definitely be done. I don't have tons of whips to show you because I've been really focusing on Cardinal points. So why don't we get started? I'll save Cardinal points for the end and I'll show you the few things that I worked on besides that. Let's see here. I had two starts. This last 2 week period. So let's start with that. If you're new here, you might not know, I would assume, I have been doing the 12 days of stockings by Beez, and I started number 9. So this is my start on 9 ladies dancing. Let me put something behind that for you. So when I started doing this, it was a monthly club where you would get one mailed to you every single month, and I picked the 32 count black linen, and so I'm using all the called for flosses. The beads came with it. There's a little finishing bits in here, so when I get all 12 of them done, I'm gonna sit down and have a crazy finishing session and get them all done at pretty much the same time. So there is my start on 9 ladies dancing, and this is just for whatever reason, this is a real joy to stitch. Like her dress is so lacy and pretty. Isn't that great? So that was my first start, and yeah, it's just been a delight to stitch these. And now that they've been out for over a year, you can actually buy a book that has all 12 of them, and let me tell you, it's really super fun and it's satisfying. They're not ginormous, but they do take a little bit of time, so you do have to kind of factor that in. For those of you that are fast stitchers, if you started now, you could probably get them all done in time for Christmas to get them up on your tree. I, however, am of the pokey variety of stitchers, so it's taken me quite a bit of time to get even that far. But I'm really happy to declare that, yeah, I've got a really good start on 9 ladies dancing. And then I'll start 10 probably in a couple of weeks. I'm gonna turn that into my focus piece here once Cardinal points is done. So that is my first new start. And my second one, oh, I forgot, this is my cup. I'm in Washington, D.C. with the cherry blossoms. I wish it was spring. It is rainy and cold here, and Starbucks announced the launch of pumpkin spice lattes, I think it was yesterday or the day before, which is a sure indicator that fall is on its way. I'm not a fan, friends. I'm solar powered. I need the sun and all the fall leaves and the less sunlight. It's not my favorite. It's not my favorite. I like spring and summer. So anyway, I've just got myself a vanilla latte. Okay, so my next start is from this book, Cross Stitch in the Forest by Pigeon. I bought my copy off of Amazon, and there have been a number of people that have done flip throughs, and I have decided to do fox and butterflies. So there's what the finished piece will look like, and let me show you what I what I got up to. So I'm stitching this on a 32 count fabric. It's let me see if I've got the tag here to tell you. It's a really nice mottled green, and so I am stitching it 2/2. So there's where I've got a couple of butterflies. I've got the start of that fox going on. I thought I had the tag. Oh, here it is. This is 32 count Seraphim Fabrics, and it's called Water Sprite, and I actually got it off of Lindy Stitches. This was probably supposed to be the fabric for one of her birds, and which I never did. But anyway, I love this fabric. It's a little blown out. It looks, I don't know, further back it looks more like it is definitely greener than it appears when I bring it closer. It kind of goes to gray. But anyway, I love this. I love this color. This fabric is a little floppy. It's not as stiff. So I'm actually doing something that I hardly ever do, is you can see hoop marks. So I have hooped this up, and I've been stitching in a hoop, and I love the way my stitches are laying. So that's been fun for me, a departure for my stitching, because normally I stitch in hand. And then look at our flosses here. It's all DMC, but look at that yummy color palette for fox and butterflies. So yeah, it's definitely a fun stitch. I am thoroughly enjoying it. This is inspired by Helen D and her stitch alongs. Gosh, I can't remember what the name of the stitch along is, but anyway, if you follow Helen D, she has it in her notes, and I will have to make myself a note and write that down, so I make sure that when I post my stitching progress on fox and butterflies that I tag, put that hashtag in there, so that if you're interested, you can see where I'm at. This is gonna be, you guys, this is just gonna be such a quick little floss tube, but I just didn't want to fall off the bandwagon of filming every 2 weeks. So I haven't quite settled on what day of the week I'm going to film. Last couple of them I filmed late Wednesday night, so they're posted by Thursday. So this one will be Friday. This will be on a Friday. Okay, so enough of that. The next thing I'm working on is Monster House, which is a Halloween stitch along from Satsuma Street by Jody Rice. And I am way behind, way behind on Monster House. But let me show you where I've gotten to. This is, again, stitched on a 32 count. It's 2/2. And I'll be doggoned if I can remember what this is. This might be the raw natural. It might be. I'm not sure. But anyway, if you need to know, put a comment in the description, or not, a comment in the comment box. Sorry. And I will look it up and I will let you know. Anyway, so here's where I am at on Monster House. I am still working on part 1, and part 4 dropped today. I am so far behind, but that's all right. I'm getting there. I'm enjoying my stitching. I'm not rushing. It's not making me anxious that I'm so far behind others. But let me tell you, I am so looking forward to putting those tentacles in. I don't know why, I just think those are hysterical. So anyway, here is where I'm at on Monster House, and my whites are the DMC, the glow in the dark DMC. So That'll be fun too when that gets done. But this will definitely not be done in time for Halloween 2024. I'm shooting for Halloween 2025 because I have too many things that I'm working on, which means that nothing gets tons of time. Do you guys find that? Yeah. That's just what's going on. And because I am working like the dickens to finish Cardinal points by the end of August, everything else is kind of suffering, I guess you would say. So anyway, there's where I am on Monster House by Satsuma Street. And once again, here's all our flosses. I kitted it up all in DMCs. She does have a Cosmo conversion on the chart, but I've got the DMC, so I just went for that. All right, are you ready? Cardinal points. That's what I've been spending all my time on. I got my chart. So as you know, this is a collaboration between Gentle Arts and Long Dog, and here is our chart. Look at all those yummy colors. Okay, and here's my stitching. I am loving it, you guys. Look at it. Look at it. Look at all this gloriousness. So, from last time when I showed this 2 weeks ago, I did not have all of the dragonflies in the corners. Now each corner has a dragonfly, as you can see. I did the black outline all the way around. All four sides have got a completed black outline. And then I sat down and I started, let me just roll this up a little bit. I started charting out my words. And so I've got my name, you know, so Robin Schultz wrought this. And this is at Kent, and I'm just going to put WASH for Washington, and then it'll say in 2024. So I am thinking that tonight I'll sit down and put my last few words in. I am gonna do a quick little change down. Sorry, I'm really wiggling that around down here. The at. Well, technically there's one space between the A and the T. It looks like 2 just because of the cross in the T. Do you see what I'm saying? So I'm actually going to take the T out and move it over 1 so that it, for me, it doesn't look right. And so I think if the cross of that T kind of touches the upper corner of the A, I think it'll look better. So that's my plan, is I'm just going to do that one little adjustment, put in my finish up the Washington, put in my year, and it's a finish. It's a finish, which means I will have completed my goal of finishing Cardinal points in August, which makes me super happy. Then will come the joy of washing it, which I'm not terrified of because I pre-washed all my flosses. And so I'm not afraid that I'm going to have lots of, you know, bleeding, even though these are super bright colors. I pre-washed all my floss. And so, yeah, but I will wash it, you know, in lukewarm water. I've got, what's that stuff called? Oh, it's a quilt soap that Jean Farish recommends. If you're interested in what it is, shoot me a comment and I will look it up and let you know. Why is it I cannot remember that? I've talked about this stuff a couple of times. Anyway, if you need to know, shoot me a comment and I will look it up and I will send that information to you. But anyway, I'm going to use that and a color catcher just to cover all my bases so that I don't have a problem when I wash this. Because, yeah, if there is a problem, the white fabric is going to telegraph it. So, yeah, that's the part. That's always the part that scares the pants off me, is when I have to wash things. It's like, ugh. Yeah, I once made a piece for my dad, and I mean, I was such a new cross stitcher. I just thought you had to wash everything. And I don't feel that way, especially if I'm using, you know, a more natural colored linen. If it's white, I definitely feel like I have to wash it. But anyway, I did it on a natural colored linen, and I should not have washed it because one of the flosses was a red MPI. It ran everywhere. And I mean, I washed it, I used Dawn, I soaked it, and I still couldn't get all of it. So there's a ring. I think it was the roof. It had a covered bridge on it, and there's just a little halo around the roof of this covered bridge. Man, that has made me really gun shy to wash my pieces, let me tell you. Anyway, that, my friends, is the sum total of all my stitching for the last 2 weeks. I've just been, you know, nose to the grindstone on Cardinal points because I want that done. But when that is over, like I said, I'm really gonna concentrate on getting more caught up with Monster House. I definitely need to finish my 9 Ladies Dancing so I can get on to number 10. 10 Maids of Milking, is that right? So ladies go first and then the boys. So I think it's 9 Ladies Dancing. No, 8 Maids of Milking, 9 Ladies Dancing. Shoot. I can't remember what number 10 is. I'll find out when I open the pattern, right? Or you guys can all Google it and you can send me a comment. So anyway, that's where I'm at in terms of stitching. I still have not completed my magazine monthly cross stick challenge. I have done the ones on the bottom, so I have completed all the ones on the bottom. I still need to do Huckleberry Farm. So I will also be breaking out Huckleberry Farm. I've put down a goal of 300 stitches, so I know I can get that done. Whip Go is also done. I completed my 2 Whip Go goals. So I actually did not do stitching goals. I did activities. And so for August, my activities were film a FlossTube. And I think I told you last time I was struggling with being consistent on filming FlossTube, so I put that on there to kind of, you know, give myself a little, you know, nudge to keep going. And then my other activity was to organize my fabric stash, which I had actually worked on before the Whip Go calls, so those got knocked out really quick. In terms of what are my plans going forward, I have about 3 weeks until I go to the Pacific Northwest Stitch Summit in Portland, and I am going to have a new start down there. One of you lovely viewers, Debbie, messaged me and said, hey, you said you've never started a tiny town and you've bought them all. Yes, this is true. And so she said, what about we meet up at Pacific Northwest Stitch Summit and we start a tiny town together? So I have picked out, it will surprise no one, I have picked out I want to do Seaside Tiny Town as my start at Pinwis. That's what they call it, Pinwis. And so Debbie, I am here. I've got my chart. I still have to kit it up. If you are going to be at the Pacific Northwest Stitch Summit and you would like to start a tiny town with Debbie and I, join us. That would be so fun. It would just be awesome. And even if you're not going to the Stitch Summit, but you'd like to start a tiny town, join us. Put it in the comments which tiny town you're going to start. And let's see, Pacific Northwest Stitch Summit starts on a Friday. I'm just looking at my calendar. It starts on Friday the 13th. So Friday the 13th, let's all start a tiny town together. Wouldn't that be fun? So I invite you, go through your stash, kit up a tiny town. Friday the 13th, let's all start one, okay? That would be really super fun. I'd love to see tiny towns getting started left, right, and center. So there you go. That's one of my plans for September. Of course, I'm going to do Magazine Monthly Challenge again. And then they do AB Singo in September. And so there's prompts every single day in September. They've already got this stuff up on the Facebook group, so you can print it out and figure out your strategy for doing AB Singo. I've never done it. It sounds like a blast. My biggest fear with that is figuring out how to make as few number of whips fit the prompts. I don't want to do a different whip for every prompt. I want to, like pick 4 and see if I can figure out how to get those 4 slotted in over and over again. So that's one of my goals for September, is trying to get that all factored in. So definitely want to work on the 12 Days of Christmas stockings. Want to work on Huckleberry Farm. I have 2 kind of autumn pieces. So I've got the Ye Old Crow, plus the turkey from the Punch Needle and Permanent Stitcher magazine that I definitely want to get working on. And then I still haven't started that cute owl that was in the Halloween issue of Just Cross Stitch. So that's another one I'd like to get working on. So I have lots of good stitching ahead of me. I just have to find the time. And yeah, what I'm finding with being retired is when I grew up as a kid, the TV was not allowed to go on until after dinner. And somehow that is translated in my little pea brain to doing crafts or fun things that I wasn't really, I had to do all my chores first before I could do the fun things. And so I'm having a struggle with myself in terms of allowing myself to do my crafts before after dinner. Like in the morning, I'll allow myself a little bit of time, to scroll on Instagram and drink my coffee. And sometimes I'll stitch while I'm drinking my coffee and maybe watch a FlossTube. But then after that, then it's like, then I got to be productive and I got to do stuff. So I'm not getting as much stitching done as I thought I would. So that's a me problem, not a you problem. But did any of you have crazy rules like that at your house? My mom was like, nope, no TV till after dinner. Because she didn't want us sitting around all day watching soaps. Oh my gosh, remember back in the days, General Hospital, All My Children, all that nonsense? My sister and I would sneak watching those when she wasn't around, when she worked part-time, so we had a couple of days a week where we'd just sit on our butts and watch soap operas. Anyway, I did have a couple of purchases, and then I'll show my purchases, and then I'll let you go on to your next FlossTube. I bought a couple of Mill Hill kits off of Amazon, and I don't know when I'll start this. This is, what is it called? Holiday Flip Flops. Isn't that sweet? I just loved it. Beach theme, me and water. So I got that one. And then I've seen a number of people stitching the red cap mushrooms, and I spotted that on Amazon, and so I picked those up. So I picked myself up 2 Mill Hill kits. So yeah, might be time to do a little Mill Hill. All right. that's it for me. Super short video this time because I didn't have lots of whips. I don't have lots of purchases, but that's okay. And because all I've been doing is trying to finish up Cardinal points, I don't even have a new book to tell you about. I'm still reading the same thing. So that's it for me. You guys, I hope your life is going well and things are, you know, going well. Yeah. Have fun this weekend because I guess it's what is it? Needlework Marketplace. Boy, have I been having fun watching stuff at Lindy Stitches, you know, showing all the new charts. I have a few that I am interested in. Yeah. Like I need a new start. All right. So, you guys, I hope things are going well for you. I will see you in a couple of weeks. So stitch happy, my friends, and I will see you soon. Okay, bye.